book lovers, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be the 25 books that I want to read in 2025, aka my 2025 TBR. This list of books is not going to include any new releases because I already talked about the 2025 new releases that I'm anticipating. So if you want to know about those, you can go watch that video. But this video is strictly for books that are already out, that have already been out, that I just have not read but I really want to get to this year. Well, first off, in 2025 I really want to get into dark romance and see if I like it, give it a little try. I feel like I dipped my toe a little bit at the end of 2024 and I liked what I read, so I feel like I could like dark romance, but I don't know how dark. So I was looking up some stuff and people recommended two different books to start off with. The first one is The Sweetest Oblivion, and this is supposed to be like a mafia romance. It's not super dark, it's just like a little taste into dark romance. I have read mafia romance before though, and I really liked it, so I feel like I'll like this. The Sweetest Oblivion is also part of a series. It's the Maid series, I think. And people say nothing but good things about that series, so I'm excited to try that. And then the other dark romance book that people recommended was Corrupt, and this is also a part of a series. I don't really know what this one's about. I know I read a little synopsis and it was saying like a girl is in college and she moves away from her family and is trying to solve a mystery, but I don't know if that is accurate or not. But I'm gonna still give it a try because like I said, I heard good things about it and it's supposed to be a good intro into dark romance. Then I have Nocticadia. This is a dark academia book that I would love to get to this fall / winter, so fingers crossed. I don't really know what this is about. I know it was going crazy on TikTok and YouTube this last fall, so hopefully come September, October time, I can read it around spooky season. It's like a forbidden romance, I think. And then I've been in a big fantasy mood so far this year, so I feel like it's gonna keep coming where I want to read more and more fantasy. So I have a big list of romanticies that I want to get to in 2025. The first one is Blood and Steel, and all I know about this book is that it's about a girl and she wants to become a warrior, but she only has like 3 years. That is all I know. That's all I know. But I've heard good things about this series, so I want to try the first book and see if I like it. And then I would love to read Half a Soul. This is supposed to be like Bridgerton meets Romantasy. It's a Regency romantasy book, which sounds like perfection to me because I love fantasy and I love Bridgerton, so combine the two and I'm a happy girl. And this one is about a girl and she had half of her soul stolen. I think she's like cursed or something, and so she can't express her emotions well and like stuff like that. That's all I know, but that's all I want to know. I want to go into these books blind pretty much, so I'm excited to try that one. And then I would love to read Heavenly Bodies. This book it was indie published and there was like 2 or 3 books out, but it got picked up and is being traditionally published. So the first book, Heavenly Bodies, is out and I've heard amazing things about this book. The cover is beautiful. It's supposed to be like celestial vibes with the stars and the sky, and I think the main character is cursed. That's all I know. Again, that's all I care to know. I want to read it. The cover is so pretty, so I want to know what the tea is with that one. The next book I want to read is Daughter of No Worlds. This author is the same author that wrote The Serpent and the Wings of Night, Crowns of Nyaxia series, and I love those first 2 books. I really liked the third one, but it wasn't my favorite. But the first 2 I ate up. So I feel like I'm gonna eat up this story as well because I love her writing. I love the characters that she writes about, and her world building is so nice. And this is about a former slave and she's coming for revenge or something like that. So I think I'm gonna eat that up. This next book was all over TikTok or my BookTok page. Oh my gosh, y'all, TikTok is about to be good. I didn't think it was really gonna leave. I really didn't think it was gonna leave. I won't get any more BookTok recommendations, and that is just crazy to me. But anyway, this next book was a TikTok sensation, or at least I was hearing about it all over TikTok, and it is City of Gods and Monsters. This is the first book in a series. Y'all, I saw the cover and I was like, ooh, this looks cool. Like, what is this about? It's like an urban fantasy, and I think the girl is a human, and the world she lives in is like vampires, witches, werewolves, all that good stuff. So she's surrounded by like these monsters and she's a human. That's all I know, but I want to give it a try. I heard the first book is not the best, but the rest of the series is really, really good. So I'm gonna try it out, and if I like, at least give it a 3 star. I will try the next book and we'll see if this is a hit for me. I've been hearing a lot about this next book, and it's A Touch of Gold and Madness. It's supposed to be about a princess assassin. I think she's like assigned to kill a prince or something, but I heard nothing but good things, and hearing the words princess and assassin, like, I feel like that's already a good story. So I'm excited to try this out and see if I like it as well. I also want to read Metal Slinger. I know y'all have all heard of this book because it's been all over the internet. This book just came out like earlier this year, or not this year, last year, 2024. And everybody that has read it has said nothing but good things, and the ending is supposed to be crazy. I don't really know what it's about, but I don't really care to. I just want to try it and see if it's good. And then I also want to read Fairy Tale. The cover, when I saw this cover, I saw somebody talking about it on TikTok, and I saw the cover and I just added it to my want to read list because I was like, it just looks so cool to me. It gives like statuesque vibes for some reason. I think I tried to read a description and it says something about a girl's father dying and her being in his will, but I think they were like estranged. So that's all I know. I don't even know if that's the right description, but I'm gonna read it and give it a try because I've heard good things. The last romantasy book that I hope to get to in 2025 is Riftborn. This is like a post-rebellion society, and the main character, I think, is like, she has like a secret. I think they think that she has no powers, but she does have a power. I don't know. I've heard good things again, so we're gonna read it. In 2025, I really want to get into epic fantasy. I was thinking about it last year, but I was scared, y'all. I'm still low-key scared, so we'll see if I read these this year. But I would love to read some epic fantasy and see. I know I'm gonna like it. It's not even a question of if I'm gonna like it. It's just more so like I'm terrified. I don't know why, but I'm scared. So the first epic fantasy book that I would like to read this year is The Poppy War. I have heard everybody and their mama talking about this book, like all over, everywhere I see it. I'm like, they're talking about Poppy War, the Poppy War, Poppy War, and everybody that has read it has said nothing but good things. So I want to read it and see if I love it. I think 2025 is going to be the year that I give Brandon Sanderson a try. Again, have heard nothing but good things about his writing and his stories and his books. Everybody that I've seen that has read him has said that the Mistborn trilogy is a good way to start. I think the first book is The Final Empire, so I'm gonna give that a try this year. Fingers crossed. It would not be a reading year for me if I was not reading some romance books, y'all. So I have a couple romance books that I want to get to in 2025. The first one is Some Kind of Perfect. This is the last book in the Addicted Calloway Sister series. Oh my gosh, my heart, my world. I love those characters so much. I've been dragging this series out because I don't want it to end. I don't want to say goodbye to these characters. I need them to stay for just a little bit longer, but I have to finish the series. I have to mark it off my list and move on to the next one. So this will be the year where I read that last book and I say goodbye to some of my favorite characters. And then I also have really been wanting to get into the Windy City series, but I've heard nothing but bad things about the first book, which is Mile High. That's the first book. I hear the male main character is just not it, and I've been going back and forth on if I'm gonna read that book or if I'm gonna go right into The Right Move. So yeah, I still haven't completely decided, but I'm gonna say The Right Move for now, because the reasons why people don't like the male main character are reasons why I wouldn't like the male main character. So I think I might just skip that one, but I might change my mind. So if I do, y'all will obviously know. But for right now, we're gonna say The Right Move. And then I want to read Picking Daisies on Sundays, y'all. Y'all see this cover? It's so cute. It's pink, it has little daisies, and it's just so dainty and cute. And I've wanted to read this book since I saw the cover, and I never got to it last year. So this year I have to get to it. I have to pick it up. The author also just dropped a new book like at the end of 2024, and I want to read that too. I can't remember what it's called. It has a blue cover though, and it has like a door, like a telephone booth or something on it. And yeah, I need to read Picking Daisies on Sunday. I also want to finish the Chestnut Spring series this year. I read the first 3 books, so the next book I need to read is Reckless. So that is on my 2025 TBR. This book, I don't even know who this follows, but I want to finish the Chestnut Spring series, so Reckless is my next read. in that series, so I need to get to that so I can finish the series. And then I also need to read Love Unwritten this year, y'all. I read Love Redesigned last year, and I was supposed to read Love Unwritten last year too, but I just never picked it up. And I finally got it at the end of 2024, but I didn't pick it up. Like, I did not read the book. So this year I need to read it before the third one comes out, because I love Lauren Asher's writing. I know a lot of people don't necessarily love her series, but I personally enjoy them. So I want to finish that and read it because the last book was so good. Another book that I bought last year that I just didn't read is Between Friends and Lovers. I started this book actually, and I read like a chapter, but I wasn't in the mood for a romance book when I picked it up. So I put it back down, and then I never picked it back up. So I need to pick it back up this year. I need to pick it back up and finish it because I know it's going to be good. The first chapter alone was giving me like, okay, what's going to happen? It was giving she going to meet somebody new, because it was unrequited love, but like the unrequited love male was not going to be in the picture. It didn't give he was going to be in the picture. So I don't know where the story's going to go for that book, but I feel like it's going to be a good one. The last romance book that I want to read that's already out in 2024, that's already out in 2025, y'all, is Funny Story. I read all of Emily Henry's other books last year except for Funny Story, because I just knew in my head. I was like, oh, the paperback's gonna come out. I'm gonna wait for the paperback. The paperback is still not out. It's 2025 and the paperback is still not out. So I'm gonna have to suck it up and just buy the hardcover. Even though I don't want to, I'm gonna have to buy it. Because even when her next book comes out, The Great Big Beautiful Life or whatever it's called, it's gonna probably be in hardcover too. So I'm gonna just buy Funny Story in hardcover and suck it up and read it, because I think I'm gonna love it. I feel like people who love Happy Place tend to love Funny Story, and I love Happy Place. That is 5 out of 5 stars for me, so I'm hoping I love Funny Story as well. And then in 2025, I have a couple young adult books that I do want to get to. The first book is Legendborn. I've heard crazy things about this book, y'all. I heard it's so good. It gets better each book, so I'm really excited. It's supposed to be like a King author, not retelling, but has King author aspects in it. I know it's about a girl and her mom dies, and then I think she goes to like a college, but she's not in college. I think she's in high school, and she's like at a summer, like doing a summer program at a college, and then she sees some like magical stuff going down, and she's like, what is this? That's all I know. But I want to read it this year and give it a try and see if I like it. The next book that I want to try, or I hope to try in 2025, is Fireborn. And I don't know what this book is about other than the fact that it has dragons and dragon riders. I've always liked dragons, and I read Fourth Wing, and it just brought back my love for dragons and dragon riders. So I feel like I want to try this and see if it scratches an itch for dragons. Then I want to read This Woven Kingdom. First of all, the covers for the series are so pretty. The colors just look so cute. It's like yellows and pinks, and I just love it. It's so cute. I've heard nothing but good things. I heard there's yearning in this series, and I love some good yearning. But it's supposed to be about, I think, a princess or a forgotten queen, and she's trying to save her kingdom or something like that. Don't know. But I'm gonna try it because I've heard nothing but good things. And the last book that I would like to try to get to in 2025 is An Ember in the Ashes. This is a young adult fantasy novel. It's about a girl, and I think her brother's imprisoned, and she's trying to get him out with the help of rebels. I think she has to do something for them in return too, though, but I don't know what. But I've heard, again, nothing but good things, and I heard it gets better each book. So I really want to just grab that book and read it. I think after I read Onyx Storm, I might read the Ember in the Ashes series, because it's been calling my name a little bit, and I'm like, did you just say Diamond? Like, okay, I will come pick you up. So I will be at Barnes & Noble's picking that book up real soon. So those are all the books that I really want to get to in 2025. I'm hoping and praying that I stick to this list and I read at least half of these books. At least half. I have ones that are like at the top of the list, and then the other ones are just kind of like, I would like to get to these, but they're not a must. But I want to at least read half. I feel like I can do that. So obviously when I read these, I will let y'all know. I will do reviews. I'll have them in my wrap up, or they might be in a reading vlog. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below what books you have on your 2025 TBR, and also let me know if you've read any of the books that are on my list and tell me what you thought about them, because I love to know y'all's reviews and how y'all feel about these books. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.